Hey, Jimmy Spencer. Hey, buddy. What's up? I'm sitting here right here beaming in the sun. Uh, how are you and Connie doing? Tootsie. Connie wants me to give you a hug. Yeah. Connie Spencer wants me to give you a hug. Yeah. That's a hug from Connie Spencer. Yeah. Am I live? I should be live. I don't know why my phone ain't kicked on yet. Oh, I guess because I got to hit the play button. Wait, give everybody a chance to get in. Make sure my chat's working on this. I just want to check my. Oh yeah. I'm just making sure that my phone's working right here. There's Blaine saying, "Hey, hey, how's Blaine?" Me and Tootsie about roasted today. Well, Tootsie did, and she stayed in AC. I went to the pool for about an hour today, just because I've been hitting it hard the last few days. Other than that, though, right now we got the sun beaming right on us, and it's sticky. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Blaine says he's good. How's Mallory, Blaine? Hey, Angie Sue saying hey Jeff and beautiful Tootsie. Angie saying hey to you. All right, flip back phone. Uh, Blaine saying hey to Angie. Angie saying hey to Blaine. Hey, John Esper says good evening to everybody in chat from Columbus, Ohio. How's John doing tonight? They got the 88 uh, here today. Uh, I wanted the heat, and boy, I got it. I'm not complaining. There's Leslie. Leslie saying hi there, Jeff. Blaine says Mallory's good. Blaine saying hey to John. Jimmy saying hey to Leslie. Blaine saying hey to the Harveys. John says doing okay. It's been a sunny and warm all week. Been sitting outside working on my car. There you go. Work. Washing on it or working on it, John? Because I just know you got a brand new car. I hope something hadn't happened to it. Leslie says, I know you were just waiting for me. I know, Leslie. Angie saying hey to Leslie. Leslie saying hey to everybody. John says it's 85 up here also, nice and sunny and warm. And Jimmy saying, or Angie saying hey to Jimmy. Let me see, let me see what the temperature is right quick here. It's still saying 85 here, which, I mean, I know 5 o'clock was the hottest part, but it's still saying 85 for here right now, and that's in the shade, because my little thing's underneath the camper, and it's still showing 85 on it. John says, working on my tan. Got you. Oh, yeah, see, I thought it said car there. I didn't catch that, John. I'm sorry. I should have known you was meaning tan. That N looked like an R to me at first. Of course, I'm getting blinded right now. That sun's back past that tree, so it's going to be a little bit before it goes down. Let's see, Jimmy saying hey to Angie. Hey, David C. Perkins. Hey, buddy. Saying hello, peoples. John says 11 in chat and only 2 thumbs up. Hit those thumbs up. I appreciate that, John, but you know I don't worry about that mess. Leslie will give me the middle finger here in a little while. Jimmy saying hey to David. Hey, Virginia. How's YouTube grandmother Virginia doing tonight? I know you made some good-looking food yesterday for hubby, based off the pictures that you sent to me. Angie says they're at 86 degrees right now. Hey, Amanda. Says, good evening, Jeff Bynes. So I'm Jeff Bynes. I think you said that to me before. I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you, Amanda. I'll have to look it up though. Hey, Diane. Saying, hey, Jeff and everyone. John says, have you gotten any cicadas down there yet? I don't hear any. I guess they have them around Nashville. Yeah, that's the only place I've been hearing is like middle Tennessee and I guess West Tennessee. Uh, I hadn't heard a soul. I hadn't heard any cicadas here as far as that part. Um, let's see. Hold on a minute. It jumped on me. Uh, Jimmy saying, hey to Amanda. Leslie says, I can only give you the finger when YouTube lets me. It's not late enough yet, then I don't guess, Leslie. Which while y'all are all coming in here, I'm not planning on staying on long anyway. Because, I told you last week I didn't even know if I'd go live. Because I'm planning on going live again this weekend. Saturday, sometime. Don't know. I don't have an exact time because I don't know. I mean, if I go live at the concert, that'll be at 7. But I think I'm going to be going live before that. But that's all I'll tell as far as that part. Uh, but I've sort of kind of got a reason why I went live tonight. And I'm going to stay live for just a little while. Let all y'all get in here, and then I'll let y'all know. Let's see. Jimmy saying hey to Virginia. Angie saying hey to Virginia. Fred and Connie, hey. So much for not going live this week. Getting burned out from bingo. Nope. And that's the other thing I was going to mention too, because Fred mentioned it there. Me and Fred and Blaine have pretty much give up on the fishing, at least for right now. Blaine has got us hooked on bingo and virtual reality. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's crazy. That bingo, I know why it's addictive, because it's fun. I mean, them people that come in, it's pretty much the same people, or it's been the same people every night since we started playing it last week. And there's this one guy that comes in, he's hilarious. So that's Blaine's fault, Blaine, for hooking me and Fred on bingo. Or it's Blaine and Mallory's fault, because they were playing it before me and Fred started playing it. But Blaine knows I'm just picking at him too, because I've done told him. I said that guy Blaine's got me and Fred hooked on this bingo now. Let's see. Diane's laughing at Leslie. Blaine saying hey to everybody. Amanda saying hey to Jimmy. Jimmy saying hey to Diane. Virginia saying hey to Jimmy. Diane's saying hey to Blaine. Amanda's saying hey to Fred. Blaine saying hey to Fred. David saying hey to Virginia. Diane saying hey to Jimmy. Virginia saying hey. Turquoise BB, hey. I think you're new to me. I'm trying to remember if I remember you being in on a live show before and saying I only go live once a week, so it's hard for me to remember. I mean, if you have, once you come in enough times, I know I'll remember. But I appreciate you coming in. Jimmy saying hey to Fred and Connie. Turquoise is saying hey to Diane. Leslie says he just wanted to talk to us, Fred. Well, that's true too. That's true too. But I do have a reason why I went live tonight too, and I'll wait and let everybody get in here that normally comes in. That way I just tell it all at one time. Diane's saying hey, Virginia's saying hey, Diane's saying hey, Fred's tagging everybody else saying hey. Amanda says I'm bad names, so I give everyone new names. Oh yeah. I mean, I know you give everybody else like nicknames, Amanda, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If anybody gets offended by it, they'll let you know. Stupid ant crawling on me. I'll be glad when that sun gets down, though. Diane's saying, hey, Nancy Edwards. Hey, saying hi, Jeff and Tootsie and all gang. I need to, because Nancy's been coming in. All right, hey, Nancy, next time you chat, you're going to notice something different, Nancy. Next time you send a message. Diane saying hey, Virginia saying hey, John says, has the trailer park started to fill up yet? Nope. You can see behind me. I think a couple came in today, but there was some that left today also. We're still empty at the moment, but Thursday's when the madness starts, and then we're going to be completely full by Friday. And that's the other thing, right quick. I hope that I can go live Saturday. I'll just have to wait and see if hopefully when I'm wanting to do it, they shouldn't be that many people on tablets and computers and things of that nature. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to keep a signal off the internet here because I know I'm going to even struggle getting to play VR. I'll just have to wait and find out because I know one thing. I mean, I'll be glad that this place will be full. Don't get me wrong, but other than that, I'll be ready for them to get gone Monday. Especially if I can't play VR or get on YouTube or anything like that. I know. I know by Thursday though, I'm gonna have all my groceries. I'm gonna have everything because I will be staying put. I've got to park my car up here in the parking spot, and it's not gonna move because if I move, I will lose my parking spot, and I don't want to park it here because then it blocks my view. I mean, if I have to, I will, but that's the reason I'm gonna snatch my spot up before everybody gets here. Diane saying hey, Virginia saying hey, John. Wait a minute, I read that. Angie saying hey, Amanda says the trees are bright and green. Yep. Yeah, I think the pollen's finally over with. At least I'm hoping, because I know the oaks were the last thing. Now, of course, we'll start having grass and whatever the other one is here, but that don't bother me as far as like the trees do. Fred saying hey, Virginia saying hey, Pam. Hey, Pam. How's Pam doing? Leslie saying hey, Diane saying hey, Virginia saying hey. Blaine says we have officially got old. We love bingo. Yeah, I know it, Blaine. Nothing wrong with that either. Because, technically, I mean, I guess you can say we've gotten old, but then again, though, we're in VR, so I don't know if you can classify that as getting old or not because we're not going to an actual bingo and having to sit in a smoky room. At least the ones that I've been to in the past, it's you go in there and it's like a daggum cloud. I mean, you can't hardly see for the just the smoke and stuff. But and I know Blaine and Fred will agree with me on this. I mean, the bingo's fun, but it's the people that's in there is what makes it fun because it's been the same crowd and it's just the stuff that they say and the stuff that they'll tell because you can hear everybody and it's kind of hard to keep up with some conversations because everybody's kind of talking at the same time. But it's crazy just how, I mean, we'll laugh all night long, pretty much. Let's see, everybody's saying hey right now. Make sure I hadn't. Blaine says, yeah, Ninja. Yeah, Ninja. There's a guy named, or his avatar name's Ninja. I don't know his real name yet because we hadn't asked him, but he's hilarious. Uh, Virginia say, or Leslie saying hey to Virginia, and Pam saying hey. Amanda says, I had a Sam call. It was 38 seconds of a Pakistan man cussing and yelling. Really? Now, I hadn't had one. I hadn't had one of those telemarketers call and just start cussing or anything like that. But on that note, though, and Blaine and Fred can testify this too, they're starting to get sneaky on VR. Uh, Heck, when we was in there fishing the other night, or last week, it wasn't the other night because it's been a week since we fished. But the last time we fished, we had one of them ones from over on the other side was in there. And, I mean, you can tell they try to be sneaky about it because they're nice at first, and then they'll start asking you, well, where are you from? What part? Well, and then, where you let, and I'm sitting there, and I'll just end up, most of the time they'll leave on their own. But if they don't leave, I'll hit that darn kick button because I ain't falling for that mess. I had fun with one of them one time. Diane says, Blaine, I'm old, and uh, Dadis Bingo, Dadis Bingo. I wonder if that's a mistype. Diane, hey, retype that, Diane, if I'm not telling that right. I'm not sure what she's meaning by that as far as the bingo. Fred says, I'm already old Blaine. Blaine's laughing at Diane and Fred. Virginia saying hey, Diane saying hey, Blaine saying hey. Amanda says, this is just like being in the Waltons. Everyone says hello and good night. Yep, that's right, Amanda. You're exactly right. Oh, hey, and already know this, so don't tell it because I mentioned it in a live show last week. So some of y'all are gonna know this, but Amanda, please, this question's for you because this will give us a little info. And I meant to do it last week, Amanda, and I forgot. Uh, but what does 10, 2, and 4 mean, Amanda? Please. Nobody else answer for, because I want to see if she knows what 10, 2, and 4 is. Not really what it means, but what is it? What's 10, 2, and 4? What's that stand for? What's it mean? I'm gonna see if she knows. Because she's talking about the Waltons there, which is way back when. Uh, Fred says, "Don't forget about J.G. Wentworth, Blake." Yeah, I know what. There's a guy in there. His avatar is 1-800 cash now. Hey Paul, hey buddy. Saying hello, I'm back. Hey DP Mart says, hey Jeff and Tootsie in chat. Can't stay long. Hey, that's fine, DP. If you'll give me just a little bit, DP, I've got some news I got to tell everybody. Uh, Diane says, welcome back, Paul. Paul says, thanks. Amanda says, welcome, Paul McCartney. Blaine says, I want my cash now, Fred. David says, hello, Amanda. Welcome to the Waltons. And Fred says, hey. Amanda says, thanks. Or Paul says, thanks, Amanda. And Amanda's thanking David. And Fred Connie says, yes, Amanda Walton. And DP saying hey, Turquoise is saying hey, everybody's saying hey right now. Yeah, Nancy, I'll have a full house this weekend, that's for sure. Every spot is taken. Hey, Erica. Hey, thanks for coming in. She's saying hey, Jeff and Tootsie. Hey, Gary. Says hello. I'm not on time. That's fine, Gary. There's no certain time people got to come in. Everybody's saying hey right now. Paul's saying hey, family. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. I'm trying to get caught up so I can tell y'all since everybody's pretty much coming in here. Paul says the cicadas are out here in the Al Capone graveyard. And Leslie says, I'm gonna go for my first one of the night, Jeff. And then there she is. She's giving me the darn. She's giving me. Hey Leslie. Hey Leslie. Leslie knows what I'm doing. Yeah. Virginia says, I can't sit still long enough. I just hold your horses, Virginia. Blaine says, oh yeah, the crowd makes it from the crowd makes it, and we form bonds with everybody as well, so it's even better. That's right, Blaine. So Blaine, I told you, him and Fred can testify how we're hooked on this bingo. It's not really just the bingo itself; it's the people that's in there. Erica's saying hey to Blaine, and Amanda says Cracker Barrel did a hamburger steak, all right, finally with gravy. There you go, Amanda. David says looks like you've been burning some wood. Oh yeah, my wood's I got enough for this weekend, but that's about it. Which I mean, like right now, it's too hot to build a fire. It'll be too hot tonight to build one. Uh, oh, okay. You hate bingo, Diane. Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that word, Diane. And y'all know I'm not the brightest thing, and I don't care to admit it. Hey, Scott, saying what's up, y'all? Scott's in the house. Fred says, hey. Blaine saying, hey. Amanda says, I have fun talking in an old lady's voice on how I shit right for the first time in over a week after Henry kept me awake. Oh, have mercy. Hey, Amanda, I'm waiting on you to answer my question, too, to see if you knew what 10, 2, and 4 was. Blaine says, only Amanda, only please. John says, I'm back. I had to hop off and say hi to Chris and Mindy. They're on live also. Did I miss the big? No, not yet, John. It's not really a big announcement, but I'll get to it here in a second. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Amanda says, the only thing I can guess is October 2nd, 2004, 2024. So, Amanda, I know I'm going to guess you're not old, as far as my age or anything like that. But I can tell you must do some history research. But if you were, like, say, my age or close to my age, you would know that 10, 2, and 4 is Dr. Pepper. That's what 10, 2, and 4 is. Let's see. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Hey, Ed. Hey, buddy. Says, hey, Jeff. My motto is to tell someone how you really feel about them while you're alive. And, well, don't wait until you're on your deathbed to tell them because you may be too weak to lift your middle finger. That's true, Ed. my dad always said he wanted to be buried upside down so everybody could kiss his butt. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Make sure nobody's come in that I hadn't said hey to. Diane says the 100th episode Sunday night was awesome, Scott. It was. That was good how he did a recap of all the memories from when they started up until current, as far as with their live shows. That was a good idea. That was pretty good. Hey, Missy Brock. Hey, welcome in. How's Missy doing? Ed says, hey to Miss Virginia and Fred. Everybody's saying hey. Hey, James. Saying hi, guys. And Missy saying hey to everybody. Everybody's saying hey right now. Virginia says, I was talking about bingo. Sorry, Virginia. Hey, Virginia, you know how good that sun's getting down. Virginia, you know how slow I am. I'm not the brightest thing. Scott says, thanks, Diane. I can't believe we've had done that many. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't even counted how many I've done. Ed says, thanks a lot for asking, Jimmy. We're getting over it. And then everybody's saying hey right now. Diane says, I know it doesn't seem possible. Jimmy says, Ed, that's wonderful. Everybody's saying hey right now. Blaine says, same. I can't believe we've done 121 plus lives. That's crazy, Scott. Dang, swallowed one of them freaking gnats. That gum gnats went right down my throat. Ugh. I'm going to have to get my drink. Give me 1 second. I mean, I'll live. Gnat's not going to kill me. Leslie says, I was late to your live, Scott, but y'all are so fun. Diane says, my ribs are sore from laughing. Yeah. And Blaine says, Amanda's probably just like us, older spirit in a younger body. Well, that's true, too. That's true, too, Blaine, because I know we're all young at heart. Hey, Taco Toy says, what's cracking? It does fly by, Scott. He said it flies by, Blaine. Leslie says, Scott, I'm going to try to get there sooner next live. David says, I think I meant Amanda is just a kid like me. I'm only 74. There you go. Amanda says, my grandparents are why I'm smart about the old shows and music. Well, and I can understand that, Amanda, because that's where I learn a little bit myself. But I was just curious because I knew that would kind of tell me your age. That's the reason I was asking you. I knew that kind of tell me your age. So I believe that you're 28 years old, 27, 28, what it was you was telling. Virginia's, everybody's saying hey right now. Fred says, I just checked. We have done 108 lives. And Amanda says, I like Dr. Pepper. He's good at curing nausea. And everybody's saying hey right now. Scott says, Leslie, we're going to have to plan on being in Pigeon Forge at the same time. We'd love to meet y'all. And the Harvey Five done too many lives to count. And Fred says you should join our trivia nights, Amanda. And Blaine says yummy, a chocolate covered nap now. Yeah, I know it, Blaine. It about made me gag or throw up. Amanda says drink white lightning to kill the parasite you ate. Yeah, I've ate them before though, Amanda, by accident, not on purpose. And Leslie says yes, Scott, please. And hey, PB, hey, Pam. Hey, thanks for coming in. James says having Nathan's dogs quick supper. And Diane says I prefer chocolate covered grasshoppers. Hey, Diane, I know probably what show you got that off of. If you're quoting that off of a show. And Blaine says they should go with us first the weekend in October. He's talking to Leslie and them. And everybody's saying hey to Pam right now. Scott says, Blaine, I was just getting ready to say that. And everybody's saying hey right now. Amanda Police says, I'm younger than J-Lo. Well, I figured you was younger than J-Lo. J-Lo's around my age. Everybody's saying hey right now. I'm called up. Wait a minute. John says, you need to get Tootsie her own chair with a star on it with a name on the chair. Well, that's a good idea, John. I mean, that is her own chair right there. And you can tell her she's wore it out. Because it's time for her to get a new one. So I'll see if I can get a chair like that and get it monogrammed with her name on it. Amanda says, Cracker Barrel is crowded, so Jeff is eating bugs and lizards. And the lizards are getting pissed. Because I'm eating the bugs. Alright, so anyhow, so the news, while I'm caught up, and this is really not good news, but don't worry though. And I've already asked and got approval and everything, but I received a text last night. I didn't know this morning, but I got a text last night, and some of y'all might already know this. I don't know for sure, but Denise, Dry Creek Beard Care, that's usually in my shows, and the reason they're not in, and I don't know if they will come in or not, but Denise's dad passed away yesterday. So I just wanted to let all y'all know in here that Denise is from Dry Creek Beard Care's YouTube channel. Her dad passed away yesterday morning, and they told me I could let all y'all know in here, and I told them that if they didn't come in tonight, not to worry about it, that I completely understand. But I wanted to let all y'all know that's really one of the reasons why I decided to go live for a little bit tonight, just so all y'all could, know, the what's the word I'm trying to know all the information and everything, be able to tell the information and stuff. Blaine says, I was thinking about that last week, Virginia. Virginia says, has anyone heard from Cindy Lou? She's on Facebook, but I don't think she gets on YouTube much anymore. But she is on Facebook. She messages me every now and again. I know she's doing all right. But I just hadn't seen her. I guess she's just not really doing YouTube right now, because I hadn't seen her on anybody's channels. But I mean, I can hit her up on Facebook to check on her. Let's see. Yeah, and I know, and you're right, Blaine, because I know Denise has got her hands full right now. she's hanging in there. I've talked to him a couple times today. Uh, she's hanging in there, but all y'all Denise in your prayers if you don't mind. She's all y'all know. Uh, I said if y'all don't come in, I understand why, and so I don't know if they will or not, because like I said, like Blaine's saying too, she's sort of got her handful right now and everything, and I completely understand that. So, but I'm definitely got Denise in my prayers. So, if y'all don't mind, just keep her in her and Rob in your prayers and stuff, and maybe they'll go live here, soon, and try to sort of get back to the swing of things and everything, because that's pretty much where she's been having her hands full here the past few weeks, or even longer, really. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Blank says Tootsie has the right idea of taking a nap. Yes, she's trying to take a nap on me. And then everybody's sending their love and support to Denise right now. And yeah, I mean, I don't think they're on Virginia, just based off because what I talked to them not long before I went live. And that's why I figured they probably wouldn't be in tonight too, because I know, that she's got her hands full and stuff. And Gary says that Cindy's been under the weather for the last month. Well, I didn't know that. Nancy says, so very sorry to hear this. Her dad has been sick for a while. Prayers for the family, and everybody's sending prayers. And I know she's going to appreciate it, because I'm sure they'll probably watch the replay. Tootsie, you sit right there. Don't you scare them away, because they're getting ready to get on the live show. Don't you scare them off. You lay right there. The ducks are here. Nuh-uh, Tootsie. Sit down. You leave my youngins alone. The ducks come every day. Want me to feed them. Gary says he chatted with Cindy last week. And thank you, Blaine. And Blaine put up Dry Creek's link, so if any of y'all want to send them a message, I'm sure they'll be glad of that. So I appreciate you doing that, Blaine. And everybody, I'm not going to read all these comments, because I know y'all are sending your thoughts and prayers to Denise right now and everything. Virginia says, if anyone talks to Cindy, please tell her I was asking for her. I can do that for you also, Virginia. And I know Gary will. Gary says, hey to Virginia and everyone that said hi to me. Well, that jumped on me. And also the ones that didn't. Gary. And everybody's sending their prayers right now. Gary says he'll let Cindy know that everyone asked about her. Okay, Gary, thanks. I appreciate you doing that. Ed says, Jeff, those ducks are going to miss you when you have to go back. I know it, Ed. They're definitely going, because I mean, she brought the babies with her this morning, but she's trying to wing the babies off of her, because she don't have them with her right now. But she's only got 4. She got down to 4, but they're getting big. So she's still got the 4, but they wasn't with her just a little while ago. But they were with her this morning though when they came. And then said he sent his condolence through Facebook to him. And then Blaine says David beat me to it. And John says thoughts and prayers to Denise's family. Fred says tell Cindy Lou Nelson that we miss seeing her online. So he's talking to Gary with 2 R's, and I'm caught up on the chat. All right, so to up the mood, I got another question for y'all to ask while y'all are in here. And let me phrase this right without giving away the answer, or I want to tell it right first. because I had it down, and then of course I've been chatting, so then my brain's like crazy on me right now. If you were today old, and some of y'all might not know what I'm meaning, but when I say today old, this means that you just found this out and just learned this today. If you was today old, and be honest about this too, because I'm just curious. It's kind of like a poll. But if you was today old, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you was today old, because I'm going to be honest with you right now, I was today old when I found this. You know, put a 1. Because me and her both found this out at the same time. But if you was today old, put a 1. And if you was today old, how many knew that every odd number has the letter E in it? So if you today old and you just now learned that every odd number has an E, the letter E in it, put a 1 in the chat. I just learned that today, and Leslie did too. Oh, I'm buffered a bit. Put a 1 in the chat if you're today old on learning that every odd number has the letter E in it. Every odd number has the letter E in it. And if you just found that out and just learned that today, put a number 1. Is it buffering? Hang on, I'll move it might be because of I'll move the camera just a little bit, because sometimes, I mean, there's like a little, it's like dead spots every now and again. It looks clear on my end, but I saw it buffering a little bit every now and again. David says, well, David, you're supposed to put a 1 in. If that was new to you, you're supposed to put a number 1. John says you can find out everything you want on Facebook. I'm just curious, because like I said, Leslie will admit it, and I'm admitting it. Because when I saw it, I sent it to Leslie. And I had to sit there and think about it. I went through the numbers, and I was like, I'll be dadgum, buddy. Every odd number has the letter E in it, no matter how far you count. Fred says, I already knew that. Learned that in elementary school, but that's me. Well, you got to speak then, Fred, because I didn't know it. Hey, Kentucky Leisure. Never heard of that. Line. Whoa, wait, oh, he retracted it. And then Leslie says yes. And Missy says Fred is a genius. Well, Fred's definitely tech savvy. I do know that. Everybody's saying hey to Kentucky Leisure. Let me make sure nobody else slipped in on me while I was telling another story there that I hadn't said hey to. Oh, hey, Jimmy, good night, buddy. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for coming in, Jimmy. I know you got to get up early in the morning. All right, I hadn't missed anybody. John says you learn something new every day. Yeah, pretty much, John. You're right about that. Kentucky says cue the X-Files music. And PB Pam says learn something new every day. Everybody's getting on the internet right now. And look, now I ain't got Tootsie in the. I'm trying to get where y'all can see Tootsie too. Hang on, lower the camera down. Sorry, I'm having my fiasco now, Gary. You can make fun of me now, Gary. I'm having my fiasco. It's like it's 8 o'clock, and I think the internet resets itself here around that time, because I know when I'm on VR usually at this time, it does it to me. All right, y'all can still see us. I know you can't see Tootsie as good. Everybody say good night to Jimmy. Blaine says you're doing better than me if it's only 2 things that you forget, David. David says learn something new every day, but forget 2 things every day. And Gary says, "Have we ordered a new camping banner?" No, not yet, Gary. I hadn't done that yet. Then Kentucky says, "Yeah, I was buffering." And Fred says, "It's about time for the fiasco." Gary says, "The night is complete." That's right. Because that's what I say. I'm gonna stay on until about 8:30, give or take. And for the ones that might be just coming in, I was letting everybody know earlier because I got the okay to tell everybody in here. Uh, but Denise from Dry Creek Beard Care YouTube channel, her dad passed away yesterday morning. Uh, so if you're just now coming in, though, just sort of letting you know that. So just keep Denise in your prayers. No, Pam, it's not full right now. They start coming in Thursday. There'll be a few that comes tomorrow, I think, from what I got told. But Thursday's when they'll start piling in here, but we don't get full till Friday. Friday's when we'll be completely full. I mean, they won't have an empty spot. And then, of course, Saturday's the big day. Like I was saying earlier, I mean, come Thursday, my car will be in its parking spot, and it won't move. It will not move after Thursday till Monday. Scott says, "Missy, say hey to Tana for me, please." And everybody's saying to tell Tana hello. Let's see, wait a minute. Let's see. Tana said hi to everyone. She won't be on tonight, but she sends her condolences to Denise. Okay. Tell Tana I said hello. That Tootsie said hello. And hey, Landa says hi, Jeff and Tootsie and family. Scott says, "I have a question for you Facebookers. I meant to ask on our live Sunday night, but when Amber's around, I can't remember crap." Yeah, it is, PB, Pam. It is. It's heated. They keep it at 87 degrees, the pool up there. And everybody's like, wait a minute. I was trying to figure out Scott's question there. Okay, so he hadn't asked the question yet. John says, "I just looked on the extended forecast up here in Ohio. It's supposed to start raining Thursday and clear up to later." No, Friday's really only our good chance here as far as rain. And it's hit and miss. It's not an all day. Like, no days are going to be complete washouts or anything. I did see, though, where it's going to get back a little chilly, though, about the middle of next week. I have seen that, and I'm like, dadgummit, here we go again. So I might have to hold on to a little bit of this firewood even after Memorial, because it's going to be back in the 50s by the middle of next week here. At least that's what it's saying right now. Angie says Tootsie looks so cute, sound asleep in her chair. That's the way she does. She's really not asleep. She closes her eyes but then opens them back up, especially when I say her name. Oh, thank you, Erica. I mean, I appreciate it. Everybody knows that I don't, I thumbs up, thumbs down, or the middle finger. I go with the flow. Linda says, "I'm sorry for Denise." And then, let's see, Blank says, "Scott, no need to ask, but yes, you need to finally get on Facebook." And Angie says, "Tootsie looks so cute, sound asleep in her chair." I read that. Missy says, "Tana was about to eat supper, so I'm going to let her be for now." Okay, that's no problem, Missy, but thanks for when you do let her know, thank you for that. When you let her know that everybody said hello. PB Pam says, "I wish our pool was heated." And Scott says, "Is Facebook as bad as YouTube about copyright stuff?" That I don't know, Scott. Fred and Blaine might know. I know they take a lot of posts down, like if it's incorrect information or something. I know they'll take it down because it'll say this content's not available. Fred says in some cases, Scott, but mostly not. And Linda says it's raining in Massachusetts right now. Hey, Stacy. Hey, buddy. Says just made it in. Blaine says we can't go live on Facebook now with YouTube, so yes, Scott. And PB Pam saying probably to Scott, and Fred saying hey to Stacy. Virginia says of course it will get chilly. We're getting ready to open the pool. Yeah, I know it, Virginia. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Which I'm going to wash the camper and the golf cart tomorrow, and have all that done, so that way all that'll be clean for the weekend. I mean, even though I know there's chances of rain, at least it'll be clean. Stacy's saying hey. Yes, the Fred said so. Thumbs up, thumbs down, middle finger, Spock, the OK symbol, the fist, I think that's fist bump, and then a peace. So Fred's give all the symbols there. Leslie says, I've been in and out because I was walking home from my mom's, but you look so dark with the middle finger. Hey, I told you, Leslie. That's what 3 straight days of being up there. Yesterday, or today, I only stayed an hour. Yesterday, I was up there for 3, and the day before, I was up there for 4 hours. Scott, Missy saying, hey to Stacy. Scott says, if we go live from our shindig on Facebook, how much kickback will we get? It's going to be full of copyright music. See, and I mean, if you go live on YouTube, Scott, I wouldn't worry about the copyright, because it depends. I mean, the island's the only one that I've done where they took the whole thing down. I've got copyrights on some of mine, but like it's only certain parts of the country that can't watch my live on account of the copyright. But if you go live, as long as people come in, they're at least going to get to, they might not get to see the replay, down the road, but, that's, what am I trying to say? They just missed out, sorry for missing out type deal. That's the only way I can think of it. If you're wanting to go live during the shindig. And I wouldn't worry about the music, because when I done it at the island, I stayed live the whole time, but then, yeah, a day or two, they took it down, because of all that music. Blaine says, it's hard to say. Our church used to get copyrighted a lot, but some, they don't care. I say go for it and see what happens. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying with YouTube, too. And I do know that is right, because my church told me that they have to mute the sound during certain hymns that they sing because of copyright. And I didn't think about that. Blaine says, I wished I had an RV your size to wash. Ours takes a half a day. Yeah, mine, about 15 minutes or so, Blaine, and I'm done with mine. Unless if I wax it, then that adds to it. Let me make sure I didn't miss nobody comment. Scott says, there's no way we can go live on YouTube from the shindig. They would scold us real bad. Well, that's, if you don't monetize it, Scott, though, I don't know that it'll do anything to you. If you don't monetize that live, now, Fred, Blaine, whoever, if I'm not telling this right, correct me, but I think if you don't monetize it, then you don't have to worry about it as much, or you don't have to worry about it at all. Yeah, they'll still might down, but as long as you're not going for the money, then I don't think they'll do anything to you channel-wise. That's the reason nothing's happened to me, because I'm not even monetized. Hell, I don't want to be monetized. Everybody's saying hey right now. Scott says, I don't want to get black-eyed on YouTube, but who cares about Facebook? Now, I can understand that too, Scott. Blaine says, look at Jeff's life from Rod Run. It's still up with over 4. And that's because I'm not monetized, I guess, why they hadn't took that one down. John says, what I have found out about the copyrights is the songs that the island is before you do your live, you have to say you don't own any rights to this music. Well, and like I said, though, I don't worry about it. If music's playing, I mean, most of y'all come in here during my live shows anyway, so most everybody's, done seen my live show. Yeah, I have a few that watch the replays, and I appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. Uh, but if I'm around music or whatever, me myself personally, I'm not gonna worry about it. I mean, there's no use to because I'm doing it for fun. I'm not in it for the money. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with doing YouTube for the money. I get that completely. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't want to commit to something like that. Kentucky says that looks like good advice, John. And I know they do that on Facebook. They'll put in there when they go to post a video or something that's got music. They'll say I don't own the rights to this music, and then Facebook I guess doesn't take it down. A Diamondback says just got back, been getting biopsies late today and had to drive to get back home. Hey, how's everything going, Diamondback? Everything going good? Kentucky's, let's see, I read that. Everybody saying hey to Diamondback. Blaine says Scott not monetized either, so it wouldn't matter either. Oh, he's not. I thought Scott was monetized. I thought he was monetized, Blaine. Fred saying hey. Linda saying hey. Gary says I know our church pays for copyrights on the songs the praise team sings. And you're right. If you pay for the copyrights, then yeah, you can play whatever music you want if you're paying that fee and stuff. Blaine says same here, and Facebook still does it, Gary. And Erica says I don't get it because you can listen to any of the music. Yeah, I know it, Erica. I know it. I don't get it either. I don't know why it matters. But then again, I kind of do because it's all about the money. These singers and actors and whatever else. If you use any of their content, they want to get paid for it. They want to get paid. It's all about the bottom dollar. Which is sad in a way. Nancy says yes, we have to do that also at our church in North Carolina. And let's see, did Connie come in? If Connie came, hey Connie, if you came in, I didn't see you come in. Or wait a minute, Fred, the Diamondback saying Fred Connie. Sorry, I was thinking of the wrong Connie. Jimmy Spencer's Connie. Leslie says Facebook just don't want nobody getting saved. Yeah, I can understand that, Leslie. Diamondback saying, hey, Scott says, no, definitely not monetized and won't ever be. But we're talking lots of music at our 90s party and fireworks with music. And I mean, yeah, I understand that, Scott. But it's whatever you want to do. It's what, now, if it was me, I'd be going live if I had a signal, and if I was able to, I'd go live and I wouldn't care. Because like I said, the worst thing they can do is just take that live show down completely like they did my island show. So I mean, if you're not there to watch it live and you miss out, then I mean, better luck next time. I guess all I can say as far as that part. Erica says any of that music on YouTube, and Missy says Leslie laughing, and Scott says that's what it sounds like, Leslie. And Linda saying hey to Fred Connie. Blaine says 80% of my videos on my Everything Southern Gospel channel is copyrighted. I have never got in trouble or made taking down a video on YouTube. I just can't monetize it if I was. And I know what Blaine's talking about there too, because I've gotten the messages from YouTube or whatever, because it lets me know. I mean, even though they took my island video completely down, they told me that it didn't affect my channel in any way. It's just they took that show completely down because it was constant copyrighted music. Now I've got other videos where I've got the copyright strikes, but it says that it's fine and dandy, doesn't affect nothing. And then they've given me a copyright strike where it says it only affects certain countries that can't watch the video. So go figure. You know, that's the part that I can't understand or don't understand. Why some countries can watch and some countries can't watch. Leslie says, I'm telling you. And Diamondback says, it's a follow up of the melanoma that I had 2 years ago. Okay. Well, I hope everything turns out good for you, Diamondback. And everybody's saying hey to Diamondback. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Blaine says, Scott, plenty of folks go live on Carnival sale always with music and a party, and it stays up unless user removes it. And Nancy's saying, hey, Scott says, well, that sells it. That will be live on YouTube July 3rd. There we go. I don't blame you, Scott. I wouldn't worry. I mean, I'm telling you, it ain't. YouTube ain't gonna take your channel down. They ain't gonna, you know, because I sat there at the island and they did. And if you're not monetized like me, the worst case scenario is just nobody will be able to watch that replay. That'll be the worst thing that'll happen. Unless if something's changed that I don't know about, that'll be the worst thing that happens. Here comes the ducks. I don't know if y'all can see the ducks. She's finally slipping by. That's why Tootsie's. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. Let me see if I can. I don't know if y'all can see the ducks. Wait a minute, am I turning? Yeah, right there. You can see the ducks right there. That's the male. The female's in behind the wood. Larry, hey Larry, says, sorry I'm a bad word. I've been playing bingo. 069, wine and dine. Larry, you need to get you a darn Oculus. I'm telling you, you'd have a ball in there with me and Fred and Blaine. And Leslie's laughing. Scott's laughing. Blaine says, oh yeah, love that dirty ball, Larry. And Fred says, may have to say parental guidance suggested, Scott. Yeah, I mean, well, when Scott and him goes live, does it not ask y'all that it's 18 and over? Because mine does. I've always put mine, I set it to know it's not made for kids. I mean, mine's set that way automatically. I can change it, but it always, every time I'm going live, the only thing that I have to go in there and change is to where I can go horizontal instead of having to go vertical. That's the only thing I have to change when I'm setting up my live show. Everything else stays the same. Gary says, Larry, have you been playing solitaire bingo? And Fred says, hello, Larry, there's Stacy, that's Stacy Boo's favorite. And who Fred's talking about is there's a lady in there that plays bingo, and that's undoubtedly her favorite number, is the 69, 069. Larry says, sometimes you gotta play bingo by yourself. And John says, the only time I've ever had a copyright strike is when I've gone live on Facebook at the island. If you videotape it and then post it, you don't have that problem. And Scott says, Fred, we're not going to be getting naked. I'll at least have my thong on. So I must have missed it. Oh well, he's talking about the parental guidance comment. And Blaine says, that a boy. Hashtag live show fun, Scott. And Dave says, I see them ducks. Everybody's seeing the ducks now. Hey Candace, hey, thanks for coming in, Candace. And you know, right quick, for the ones that's just coming in, Denise from Dry Creek Beard Care YouTube channel, her dad passed away yesterday morning, and I was telling that earlier in the show here a little while ago. But I'll just go ahead and, you know, let everybody know again that's just now maybe coming in, because she said it was all right for me to let everybody know. But yeah, her dad passed away yesterday morning. I didn't find out till this morning. They had sent me a text last night, but I didn't see it till this morning, and I felt so bad because I didn't have my phone with me, and that's rare that I don't have my phone with me. OSM or ducks, Scott's saying. Blaine says, he would have a ball. Yeah, he would have a ball at bingo, no pun intended, right? And everybody's saying, hey to Candace. And Leslie says, see them wings. Erica says, how do you find a bingo game I've never done it except when I was a kid a million years ago. It's on the Oculus VR, uh, Erica, that we're talking about. We've got the Oculus 2s, and Blaine's who found the bingo, and it's new. It's only been on there a couple weeks, and Blaine found out about it, and he told me and Fred about it. And the first night he took us, there wasn't nobody playing. So it was a few days later where we finally got in there and people was playing. And after that, me and Fred were hooked, like Blaine. And we've been playing bingo every night since. And we don't even hardly fish anymore now. We've said the heck with fishing, and we're bingoing. Because what's crazy is, I mean, you don't have to do no dabbing or nothing like you do in real life. You don't have to sit there and dab no numbers. You just sit there. You sit there like this. You got your board in front of you. It picks the numbers for you. But whenever you do get a bingo, the only thing you have to do is on the side of the chair, there it says bingo. You have to press it, and then it lights up bingo at your chair up on the screen to let the caller know that you got bingo. That's the only thing you have. Other than that, you're just sitting there listening to everybody talk and watching the numbers being called. And the only time you really got to do anything is when you go to hit bingo. That's all there is to it. It's easy, but it's fun listening to everybody talking there, because I mean, they'll have us laughing like crazy. Uh, Scott says, Erica, there's still places here in Western North Carolina that plays bingo every Thursday and Saturday night. Yeah, the old women take it seriously. Yeah, and Scott's right about that. Because I still got them in Lenore. They still do the bingo in Lenore. I just hadn't been in years. Linda says Tootsie is so sweet to those ducks. Oh yeah, she knows. She knows not to bother them, because they remember me from last year. That's the same two ducks from last year. And then Fred was letting Erica know too about the bingo. And Candace says, "Oh, thank you for telling us." Yeah, no problem, Candace. They told me I could share that news, and so I was letting everybody know earlier. Blaine says probably 3 weeks old now. I found it when it was 3 days old. So see, there you go. Blaine's pretty much one of the first ones that was in there. Here comes the ducks again. Blaine says those ladies will throw down and teeth flying in a bingo. Scott, you're right about that, Tootsie. Don't you move. Hey, buddy. What is it? Are you hungry now? I'm on a live show, so I can't feed you right now. You wouldn't eat a little bit ago. You wouldn't eat a little bit ago. You go back that way, Tootsie. You sit still. Y'all can't see him. Yeah, y'all can't see him. He's right here at Tootsie. She's just sitting here. PB says, but I'm still pretty hooked on fishing. Tootsie. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Sit down. You know better. Sit. 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 Tootsie. Sit. Sit, boy. It cooled off after that sun went down. Feels good now. Sit. Sit. No, you don't bother my youngin. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Scott says Amber looked for that bingo game but don't think she found it. I went to bed. And Blaine says, and you get broken head bucks. At the end of the month, the person with the most bucks will get money. 50 for first place, 30 for second place, and 20 for third place. I think that is right, Blaine. Whoever has the most points at the end of each month, first place gets $50. And I think it's a Cash App, because they give away money in this bingo. It's Cash Apps, or you can do PayPal. He's got it to where they can do PayPal now too, as far as the guy that created the bingo parlor. So I mean, you can win money in it. I take the points, and that's just because I don't have Cash App or PayPal, so I take the points. I know they're giving away $100 if he gets 1,000 likes in that game by the end of the month. He's going to give away a $100 Cash App card. That's a lot of money. Everybody's Virginia's saying, hey, Scott says, no joke, Blaine, these old ladies will throw down over a bingo. Yeah, they will. You're right, Scott. Fred says, Broken Head Underground Bingo, Scott. That's the name of it, Scott. It's Broken Heads Underground Bingo. You're welcome, Erica. You're welcome. Are you on? Hey, Erica, are you on the VR? You got one of the VR Ericas? If you do, you need to hunt us down, and that way you can go in there with us too and play. Scott says, "What's up, Duck?" Blaine says, "Tootsie wants some duck meat." Then Leslie says they're taunting Tootsie. And oh, Bill and hey, Bill and Barb, they snuck in on me. Oh, you late? Okay. Bill and Barb says, "Hi, Jeff and Tootsie. Hi, everyone. Denise sending big hugs and sympathies. Thanks for letting us know, Jeff." Hey, you're welcome, Bill and Barb. Hey, thanks for coming in. Sorry I missed your comment. Uh, let's see. And Linda says, "Larry, Little Debbie Snacks has a contest to go to Dollywood. I couldn't get into it. I'm trying to figure out what she said she couldn't get into it or something as far as the Little Debbie contest." And then let me get back here. Kentucky says, "Jeff, if you weren't looking, Tootsie would have Duckula orange before you could say Daffy Duck." And then Virginia says, "Duck meat's good." Yeah, but not for Tootsie, it didn't. That's the mama duck, Tootsie. Leslie says, "I'm really going to Google a bunch of stuff about that Oculus just so I can be in the conversation." Hey, that's fine, Leslie. Erica says, "Roasted, pecan fried, or even raw, Tootsie." Blaine says, "If I get that one, you know we'll be in the know, Leslie." And there's Connie Spencer. Hey, Connie. Hey, thanks for coming in. She's saying hey to everybody. Leslie says, "Blaine, I have 3 kids. There's no time for VR with real life here." And I mean, and Leslie's right. I mean, she's got her hands full. Blaine says the kids would love it as well, Leslie. And then she said, "Nah." Yeah, some kids don't. Some kids that got it and that's had it for a few years, they've already said the heck with it. And I don't see how. Because with all this new stuff they've been coming out with lately, I mean, I don't know how you can get tired of it. Because, I mean, we still got fishing that we can do. That bingo's keeping us busy. We're going to be bingo in here in just a little bit because I'm getting ready to get off. We got the shoot 'em games, paddleball, whatever else. I'm sure pickleball's even in there. I hadn't looked for it, but I'm sure it is. Blake says, I totally get it as well. You have 4 kids with Larry, Leslie." Leslie says, "I need Jeff to move up here so I can have a helper with these kids. He entertains them." Well, I try to, Leslie. No, ma'am. Sit down. Sit down. You let them stay here and camp out. That's our buds. Fred says, "Right, Blaine. Just ask Eli and Aiden." And Pam says, "I love my Oculus looking at the 3. So you're thinking about getting a 3 then, Pam. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. And Blaine says, "Yeah, it lays on the shelf, Fred." And Fred says cornhole as well in VR. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I knew they had the cornhole. Well, at least in those one worlds or whatever where you can throw darts, you can play cornhole, you can play horseshoes. I mean, if you can dream it, it's probably already in there, more than likely. And everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Looks like Tootsie is part pointer. Yeah, she's acting like she's gonna pounce on them, but she knows better. Ain't that right? You know better, yeah. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. I'm surprised they hadn't run off. Usually when they see her, they run off. I'm getting ready. These kids are getting ready to scare the ducks away. That bite says Target. Erica says, "Don't get your feathers hung in your throat, Tootsie." And Blaine says, "Talk about that game of bingo you liked with Target." Oh, yeah, got you, yeah. I thought you were talking about the ducks being the target, yeah. Well, I'll tell it right quick before I hop off here. See, the reason this bingo mess is so much fun and makes us laugh so much, they put these crazy patterns up. And they've got this one that it's not the outside picture frame, but think about the outside picture frame, but undo the corners. then it's kind of like a circle, and then they hit the one in the middle that you got to get. So it kind of looks like a circle with a dot in the middle. So what do y'all think that sort of represents? And then last night, Fred and Blaine was already out, but one of them did the rocket ship. Blaine and Fred, one of them did the rocket ship, but it wasn't a rocket ship. And I'm not lying about this. Then later on, they did what they called the big rocket ship. I think that's how they put it. the big rocket ship, which all they did was filled up the whole bottom of that part of the rocket ship. They had me in tears last night. I played again till 1 o'clock this morning. Thank you, David, saying Tootsie's well behaved puppy. And Teleco says, Tootsie, you behave. And Leslie says, what's your favorite thing at Wendy's? The number one combo, Leslie. That's what I got tonight. Blaine says, I was talking about the jumping from the roof. Oh, yeah, that too. That too. Yeah, they've got this platform you go up on and you jump off, and if you land on the bullseye, you win the points that they give out. And I almost won that thing last night. But they let you know, though, if you're scared of falling or scared of motion sickness and stuff like that, you know, to just stay put. But other than that, you go back up to the entrance and you jump in this tree, and then it sends you up to this platform, and then one at a time they call your name, and you jump off this platform and float way down, and you try to land on the target, down on the ground. PB Pam says, right on, Blaine, I tried one at Target and was like, oh wow, big difference with the graphics. And talking about the Oculus 3. And Blaine says, I bet it was hard to get a bingo. Blaine. This guy says, yeah, the boys like theirs, but they don't play it as much as I thought they would. They really don't have a lot of time with sports, weightlifting, and practice. They play a lot during the summer. And Leslie says, that's much better, Scott. Real exercise is better for them. And hey, you can get real exercises with the VRs too, Leslie. And I can definitely vouch for that, because I've been sore from playing. Candace says, I tried that orange cream frosty at Wendy's. I hadn't tried that yet, Candace. I don't know that I can try that. It just don't sound good to me. Blaine says, hey, I have a golf game where you have to really swing as if you're on a course. It's exercise. I see. And that's what I was just telling Leslie, Blaine. You can get exercise even on VR. And Scott says, that's true, Leslie. And Leslie goes, Blaine. And Fred says, do you have to walk around, Blaine? And Blaine says, I'm tired when I'm finished 18 holes, Leslie. I mean, even the fishing will give you exercise. Because, I mean, you're sitting here constantly reeling and fighting. I mean, it's like doing it in real life, other than you don't have all the weight, other than just the controllers. Blaine says, no, but you have to stand up and can't sit down, Fred, as far as the golf. And Leslie says, Larry is tired when he finishes one hole, Blaine. Blaine says, oh, wow, Leslie. But anyhow, it's like 15 to 9, and I've been on here longer than I was planning on being. I was going to at least be on an hour, so I've been on over an hour. Fred says, oh, considering getting that game. Or he's saying, okay, he's going to consider getting that golf game. And Scott's laughing at Leslie, and Leslie's laughing. But hey, I appreciate all y'all coming in. Like I said, I wanted to tell the news about Denise's dad, and all y'all, you know, keep her in your prayers, if you will. And then also wanted to ask how many of y'all knew about every odd number having the letter E in it. Because a lot of us just learned that today. Fred's known it since elementary school, but the rest of us just found out about it today. David says, again, better than average show tonight. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. And everybody's saying good night. No, Eric, I can't. I'm wanting to get on VR. We're ready to play bingo. But I'll be live again Saturday, hopefully, as long as I can get Wi-Fi and it doesn't cut out on me. Because the campground's going to be full, so I'll just have to wait and see. But other than that, though, uh, and everybody's saying good night to everybody. I don't know as far as next Tuesday though, Candace, but Saturday, watch for me Saturday afternoon. It's at mid well, probably right after lunch, 1 o'clock, somewhere around in there. Uh, just sort of try to keep an eye out around 1 o'clock. Uh, all right, Tootsie, come here. Everybody wants me to give you a hug. Come here. Come here. Everybody wants me to give you a hug. Come here. Come here. All right. All right. She's getting a hug from everybody. Look right there. Look right there. There you go. There you go. Look right there. Look at the camera right here. Tell them good night. Hey, thank y'all for coming in tonight. Me and Tootsie love each and every one of y'all. And as always, everybody have a good rest of the week. And Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise, and that I get a signal, I will more likely be seeing y'all Saturday afternoon. Love each and every one of y'all. Good night, everybody. All right, you ready to get back to the chair? All right. Wait a minute, let me move my phone. Oh, golly. I had to stretch. Yeah, I had to stretch. I'm letting everybody tell everybody good night. Yeah. Well, I'm still live, so hang on a minute. Oh, I didn't know if you're stopping. We'll back up, because I'm getting ready to end it. I'm getting ready to end it. You're fine. All right.